Okay, so far what we will be starting with a bit of recap what we have covered so far. So if you can see, we started in the first class with the definition and the use of computer, followed by how computer helps us solve our problem by employing IPO cycle, in which it uses the main components of the computer, which are input devices, CPU and the output devices. Fine. Then we also saw certain terminologies like input and output devices, processor, data and information, hardware, software and humanware. Humanware is nothing but the user. Then we saw why programming languages came into existence, because in order to help, to take help from the computer to get your problem solved, you need to interact with the computer, and for that purpose, okay, you need one language which can be mutually understood by both. So we had the evolution of programming languages, starting with machine level language and then followed by with the evolution of computer further, assembly language, and finally today we are using what is known as high level language. That chart, if you remember. And then in that chart we saw where Java stands. Java stands under the category of high level language, and within that object oriented programming, and inside object oriented programming Java is there, right? Not only Java, there are many other programming languages also in object oriented programming in a high level language. Then we saw yesterday what are the different ways of executing your Java, what are the different ways of executing your Java program. So there are two ways. One is direct method, wherein you directly talk to the Java and you get your work done, fine. And another is indirect way of using method of using getting your problem solved using IDEs, specialized software, some special types of softwares which act as middleman between you and the computer. One of those examples of IDE is your BlueJ, which is recommended in your course. And what is the full form of IDE? It is a software, it stands for Integrated Development Environment. And that IDE there are many types of IDE for Java, but we are going to start with BlueJ, and it is acting like a middleman. It will take our problem, it will go and on our behalf talk to Java, get your problem solved, fetch the output, and then will give it to you. So we saw both the methods. Then we further went on to see how to execute our first program using a template that I provided. So if you remember the template, hopefully you do. This was this template was there. Okay, this line, and I told you that the name of this file, this class should be the same, exactly same as the name of that Java file which contains your high level language code, right? So these two lines, and whatever code we are going to write within these braces inside public static void main, the braces of public static void main. Okay, so we had discussed this also, and I had also shared the detailed steps of how to executing your program on BlueJ. Okay, after creating a new class and then compiling it by clicking on the compile button, and then finally closing the window and executing the program. I had also shared the PPT, PDF, and hopefully you have all of you have gone through that. Fine. Now, now let me know, is this so far whatever we have covered in the two classes, is it clear? If you are even having even small doubt, you should let me know, because we are going to dive into programming straight away. I hope it is clear to all. Just you can respond, even you can type your responses. Okay. So I'll take that as a yes. Okay. Try to be more participative, because I won't come to know else how and where you are getting stuck. Okay. Fine. Now there are few things that before I start the actual programming, there are certain sort of caveats. Caveats means warnings that I like to say. What you don't have to study. Okay, you of course we will be studying these things, but not now. But a very sad part of our this curriculum is that most of the books start with these things only. Ignore them for now. What will be those things? If you start your book, you will be getting these things. So do not go and try to understand the meaning of these words which I have written in red. Meaning of classes, objects, inheritance, encapsulation, abstraction, meaning of object oriented programming language. These things you are not going to dive into, and you are not going to explore anywhere, neither on YouTube nor on whatever you say is on Google or through Wikipedia, anywhere. It is going to confuse you like anything. Okay, so please avoid just exploring the meaning of this. Even in the books, if the first two chapters you find this, skip those pages. Maybe first 15-20 pages you will find these things only. Do not put your brains there. Now you may ask, sir, are we going to learn this and are we ever going to understand the meaning of these things? Of course, yes, you will be understanding, but not now. Okay, it is not the time. Fine. Okay. So once we are clear with whatever what we don't have to study. Okay. Now we are going to start with some detailing of. Before we start writing programs, before that, I will start mentioning a few things about programming that will be used very often in programming. Okay, fine. The first thing is, in programming, whatever lines of code code or the program we are going to write will be written within the curly braces of public static void main, like I have said. That is, it should be written here in this area. Okay, within this, not outside that. Okay, so within these curly braces of public static void main, all your code, whatever we are going to learn, should follow in this area only. You are not going to touch any other part of the template. You are going to write as it is. Only one thing will change, will be this name of the class as per the name of your file. That's it. Other things, public class and void, static void main, whatever is there, you should write as it is. The only changes will be in here in this section. This is the first thing to remember. Is this clear? Yes, Merul and others. Janvi, Karthi, let me know. Is this clear? I'm not able to listen. If you don't tell me, how will I know ki, you have understood? Yes, you can even type whatever is your response if you do not have your microphones enabled, so that I can proceed ahead. Okay. Says yes. Okay, fine. So others also, please let me know, because you may get, I may not know whether you are understanding or not. Okay. Fine. Okay. Thank you, Karthi, for responding. Okay. Now, what we are going to study further is, yeah. Yes, Merul, you want to, tell me. I'm not able to listen. Yes.
So after class, could you stay back? I want to ask something. Then also about the system that you have uploaded on the cloud.
Okay, no. See, first, Meral, what you can do is, for now, you can just go through that 15-20 minutes video link that I shared. I'm pretty sure you won't need my help, and there is no problem if we can connect even after that. If you're not getting what I conveyed through that video.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty simple. I have explained, so everything I have explained there. Okay, fine.
Okay.
So this part is clear. Whatever we are going to write, I hope I was not on mute, right? Because
So you were on mute in the like 5 minutes ago for about a minute.
for about a minute. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So this part is clear. Ki what you have to write and where you have to write your code.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So whatever you are going to write, I'll start again. I don't know if you missed out something. So whatever program you are going to write, you are going to write within this curly braces, and the only change that you are going to make is in the name of the class, and the rest of the code will fall here within the curly braces. Fine. Now coming to the next part of the programming. Okay. Excuse me. Now another aspect of programming is comments in your program. Now what are comments? See, there are two types of comments in Java, but before we dive into the two types of comments in Java codes, we should understand that what are comments and what are they used for. So I'll tell you, comments are not the true codes in real sense. Okay, like why comments are not true codes in real sense? Because though we write it in the programs, they are not executed by the Java software. Those lines which are marked as comments are simply ignored by the Java software. Okay, so comments are nothing but lines of codes which are used for the purpose of documentation. Okay, for conveying something to the person who is reviewing the code by opening it manually, that file. Okay, let's say you have a big piece of program. Okay, see, there are many types of the software industries. If you are going, if you will be becoming some software developer, we are not going to write programs which will be 10, 15, 20 or 50 lines or even 500 lines. Even the basic softwares that you are using in the market, they may be having tens of thousands of lines, even 1 lakh line, 2 lakh lines. And if I have not told you before, can you guess how many lines is the entire Google environment having, including Google Gmail, Google Sheets, Docs, Google Meet, whatever is there? Any guess? How many lines of codes are there?
Yeah.
Huh? Million? Okay. But I'll tell you, it's far more than that. There are 2 billion lines of codes. Okay. So 2 billion lines of codes make up the entire Google environment and the Google world. So if if you have to become good programmers, so you'll be writing some softwares which will span across thousands and maybe lakhs of lines. Okay, Google is one of the best companies, so they have been working for last 15-20 years with some very good programmers. So as a result of 15-20 years of hard work of some of the best in the industries, they have come up with that big length of code. Okay, that many lines of code. So similarly, even if it is not that, even if it is in thousands, it will be very difficult for the programmer. Let's say I wrote one code. Okay, I'm an employee of company A, and next day after 1 year, after developing some piece of code, I switched my company. I changed my company. Now whoever will be coming in my place in the earlier company, the person will look into my code and will manage it further. What if I only write code one by one, 1 lakh lines without informing what I am doing in that code? Then it will become very hectic for the person who is coming next to figure out what you have done in 1 lakh lines of codes, or maybe 10 lakh lines of codes, or 50,000 lines of codes. Okay, so it's a good practice in the programming world that whenever you are going to write something, let's say next 10 lines you are going to write, which has a logic. So before the 10 line, the very first line will be a comment, which will say in the next 10 lines what logic you are actually applying, and what will that do in your software. Okay, so that helps you figure out and helps you document your code, and in case in future there are some bugs found, or some issues found in your code, that can easily be rectified by referring to the codes and the relevant piece of referring to the comments and the relevant piece of codes associated with those comments. Okay, so though they are not necessary, though they are not executed by your Java, they are ignored by your Java, but still they are very important aspects of your Java program. As a good programmer, you should make it a habit to write the code along with your comments, which will explain to the reader of the code what you are doing in that program. And that is absolutely correct, that it won't matter to the Java if you are writing code or if you are not writing code. Java will understand it is a code, it will simply ignore it and move to the next line. Okay, so now is it clear the concept of what you say is this code, this comments in Java or in any programming language? Let me know. Okay, you can type it also if you are not able to speak. Is it clear? Merul, Karti? Okay, good. So, others also may let me know. So, purpose?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Fine. Now, how do we write codes and what are the different ways of writing codes in our program? We will see. In Java, and see, these comments you will find in any programming language, not only in Java. Only thing is that the way of writing comments is different in all programming languages. Okay, but comments are there in all programming languages, mostly all. Okay. In Java, there are two types of comments. You can mention comments in two ways. First one is the single line comment, and the second one is the multi-line comment. Okay, so what is single line comment and what is multi-line comment? So when any line in the Java code, any line which is within these braces, if you can see here, this line here is a comment. Okay, why? Single line comments, all single line comments start with double forward slash. See, there are two types of slashes if you see on your computer. One is backward slash. This is backward slash. Okay, and this is forward slash. Okay, forward slash. Excellent. Now, in that, no, not only single. This though I have written double. This is forward slash. However, any line in Java program or in program file containing your Java codes, if they are starting with two consecutive forward slashes without any space, okay, then whatever you write after that in after those two forward slashes in that one particular line, as far as you are not changing the line, that will be simply ignored by Java. Okay, Java software. Your computer won't do anything. It will simply ignore and pass. Okay, it will understand that it is not for my purpose. Okay, it is only for the sake of documentation and better maintainability of the code, right? So, how are forward slashes this comments used? I have written one program here. So you can see whatever I said, I will be writing between this public static void main only. So you can see here I have written 3 single line comments. Okay, this line is also starting with double backward slash. This line is also starting with double backward slash. This line is also starting with double backward slash. Sorry, forward slash, not backward slashes. All 3 lines are starting with double forward slashes. So which stand for comment. So if I run this program, you won't see anything happening. Why nothing will be happening? Because though 3 lines of codes are there in your program, but all those lines are comments which are to be ignored by your Java software. Let us see. So this is the very first program that we are executing. Its name is code1.java. You wait, see, it has been compiled. That means machine level language code must have got generated. You can see. It must be somewhere ls code1 dot. See, it is existing, code1 dot class. Okay, at this location. So once that is there, what you can do, once it has been compiled, that means your high level language version of your program has been converted into, after checking for errors, when no error was found, Java software converted it into machine level language which computer can understand, and then computer will employ IPO cycle to solve your problem and give you the output if it, at all anything is to be done on your screen. Let us see, let us execute this code 1. Did anything happen? No. Why nothing happened here? Because
you put Java, you didn't put Java C.
C, you have, I have written here Java C.
Oh, you compiled already?
I have already compiled. Okay. So after compilation, because I saw that class was there, it came up. So therefore I then executed. Okay. So now, because why it did not show anything? Because we see, though 3 lines of codes are there, they are merely comments. Is this clear? The single line comments to everyone, that they are to be ignored by Java?
Yeah.
All of you?
Yes, no.
Okay. You can let me know here also.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Now we'll, considering all of you have understood, we'll move ahead. Now, we saw the first type of comments. I said there are 2 types of comments, right? Okay. I said there are 2 types of comments. So what is the second type of comment? So first one was the single line comment. What if we want to write some big explanation for your logic is there in your code? Then single line won't suffice. Then you will have to write many single line comments one by one. But what if you have to explain something in the form of a paragraph? In that case, what you are going to do is, you are going to use multi-line comments. That means those comments will be starting in one line and will be spanning across more than one line, and whatever you write between those markers of multi-line comment, okay, they will be ignored by Java. Okay, so if you have some lengthy explanation for your code, you will use multi-line comment and not single line comment. Single line comment is only for one-liners information or any logic, short logic. If the logic is long and you have to express something or you have to inform something to the person who is reading or reviewing your code, then you will be using multi-line comments. How do you use multi-line comments? Let us see. Multi-line comments, before we see that, start with forward slash, immediately after it star. Now from this day onwards, when we are talking in terms of computers, we will not call it star, we will call it asterisk. This symbol, if you don't already know, in computers, computer terminologies, it is known as asterisk, A-S-T-E-R-I-S-K. Okay, so how come multi-line comment starts? When does Java know that multi-line comments you are starting? It should start with forward slash, immediately followed by asterisk. Then you write whatever lines you have, your paragraph, and then you have to close it with asterisk followed by forward slash. whatever is enclosed within these opening group of symbols and closing group of symbols, those entire thing will be ignored by Java. Let us observe. Okay, so you can see here in this program, our coding section, the place where we write our codes, is having 3-4 lines of 3-4 lines written. But will it be executed by Java? No. Why?
No, sir.
It is starting with the pair of forward slash followed by asterisk and is enclosed and is ending with asterisk followed by forward slash. So whatever is enclosed within these markers, which suggests Java that whatever will be there inside it, within them, they will be multi-line comments. So this is the way you frame your multi-line comments in your Java. Now let us execute and see what happens here. Let me clear up the screen. Java C. Okay. It compiled successfully. Java code 2. Nothing happened. Why nothing happened? Because
it was just a comment.
they were just a comment and they are supposed to be ignored by Java. Why they are supposed to be ignored by Java? Because they are for the purpose of documentation and improving the readability of the program, so that other people who is reviewing that code or referring to that code may feel comfortable and get the concepts easily, right? So is this concept of comments clear to all? Multi-line and single line comments? Let me know.
So my teacher also thought that there was third type of comment that was document heading.
What was the third type of comment?
And all those things. Document comment.
Leave that for now. We'll not dive into that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. See, like I have requested, you might have heard some things in tits and bits here and there. Okay, so we are learning everything from scratch. Therefore, I'll say, when you are sitting with me, forget everything. Even I forget my knowledge that I am having further when I am discussing with you. Okay, so we'll just be going step by step. Of course, when the time will come, I'll discuss those things also. Anyways, you are free to express yourself, so I really appreciate that. Now, let us, one more thing, I forgot yesterday. I said that all the programs before whatever you write in Java have to you write in high level language, but computers cannot understand high level language directly. They have to convert it into low level language or machine language. Okay, and that is why .class file is created every time, right? So let us have a look. How does that .class file look?
So you showed us.
Did I?
Yeah, but it's just like you opened it and showed that it's all complicated, we can't understand, you closed it.
Okay, like that I showed. Anyways, I'll try to see if it can be seen here. .class. See, these symbols and whatever is the random sequence it is appearing like you to this, it's very meaningful to the computer. You can see very small boxes of zeros and ones. Okay, let me see if I can zoom in a bit further. You can see this very small boxes, right? 0, 1, 0, 1 something. So these are some computer understandable patterns and sequences which won't have any meaning to you, but they are in love with that. Okay, so they will readily understand that. Okay. Fine. Okay, now we have seen two aspects of computer programming. Okay, we are slowly and steadily starting with the programming part. So one thing is that everything that you are going to write is within this template, especially within the curly braces of void main. And secondly, whatever you are going to do, wherever possible, you have to document your code in the forms of comments. Okay, that can be single line if a small brief logic is there, or a small brief message you want to convey to the reviewer. So then you will use the single line comment. Else you are going to use multi-line comment. Now, before we actually start with programming, one final information. All the lines which are not comments, that is, all non-comment statements, must end with semicolon in Java. Okay, the lines of codes which are not comments must be ending with semicolon in Java. This you cannot forget, else your program will not run. Okay, and as a good practice, we should write each new comment on a new line. Each new statement on a new line. Okay, so now with this thing understood, these three things about where to write your code and how wherever possible document it and end every line with semicolon. Now we will start with the very first program in the real sense. How to display messages on the screen. Okay, so we'll start with the topic of output, that is displaying messages and results on your monitor or screen. So how we can instruct computer to display whatever message we want on the screen. For that, there are few ways. First is this statement system.out.print, second is system.out.println, and third is system.out.printf. Okay, today we are only going to see first and the second type. The third type we will be discussing not today, maybe after a few classes. Okay, after 3, 4 or 5 classes we will discuss this third type also. Okay, if I forget after 3, 4 classes, you may remind me. So you told you will explain this, but generally I won't, so I'll explain this. So we are going to start with the first version of how to display comment, or how to display your own messages that you want through program. You can instruct your computer to display that particular message on the screen. So for that, you are going to write this statement system.out.print, and like I must have mentioned, this Java is case sensitive, so you should be very careful. S of system is in uppercase, that is it should be in capital letters. Okay, and rest will be as it is, system.out.print. Okay, followed by opening and closing bracket immediately after it. Okay, no space should be there after T. These brackets after print are known as parenthesis. Remember, the brackets after system.out.print are known as parenthesis. Okay, is it clear what is this parenthesis and what you have to write to print the message? Okay, so now we will see our first program, and yes, whatever message you have to print will be put in the parenthesis of system.out.print, and that will be enclosed within double quotes. What are double quotes? That inverted comma you see, na? Opening and closing. So whatever, if you want to print hello, so you will write in double quotes hello, where within system.out.print. Let us see a few examples. Okay, we'll see a program for that. So this is our first program in real sense. Like I said, I will be using this comment thing extensively for explaining my logic of the program also. And don't worry, I'll be sharing these programs with you guys. Okay. So what I am doing below, I am explaining. Next statement prints a single line message. Okay. Remember, all the messages should always be enclosed within double quotes inside the parenthesis of system.out.print. So this is system.out.print inside, and it has got parenthesis here starting and closing, and like you can see, all the non-comments lines are ending in semicolon, right? And whatever messages you have to print, you will put inside the parenthesis, and that should be enclosed within double quotes. So here I am printing one message, here I am printing another message, I am printing here third message. So using this single program, I am instructing computer कि my problem that you have to solve is I need to print 3 messages on the screen. Please do that for me. Computer will apply IPO cycle and then will generate those 3 outputs on the screen, which you will receive in the form of information. Okay. So the first message will be hello world, second will be I am learning programming, and third is printing is interesting. Let us see how these 3 messages appear on your screen once I execute this program code 3, this class code 3, which is contained in the program code3.java. I am at the location where the program is there. From there I'll compile first code3.java. It will take a moment. It compiled successfully. That means what we saw is it was having no errors. Okay, and now we will see how our output will come on the screen. So we are going to execute the program. Okay, and here we go. You can see it on the screen. So yes, we can pat ourselves. We have done the first programming in real sense using Java. But what do you observe here? Do you observe anything?
So all the program results are coming in the same line.
In the same line, yeah, right. So all the messages that you displayed using the program, you displayed 3 messages. Hello world, I am learning programming, printing is interesting. So you can see hello world here. Immediately after where the world ended, next print started. Okay, next message that you wanted to print started, and that was which you instructed to print started appearing on the screen just after D of hello world. And then third one also started immediately after G of the I am learning programming. So therefore they are back to back in one single line. Where the previous one ends, next one starts. Okay, in the same way you will see hello world, after that immediately I am learning programming, and after that immediately printing is interesting started. Okay, so what do we understand by that? It doesn't matter how many times you are printing using this statement system.out.print and whatever message you are giving inside, every system.out.print will start printing from wherever its previous system.out.print left printing. Is this concept clear to all? Just have a look at the code for another 5 seconds or 10 seconds maybe, and then let me know, is this concept clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hope nobody is having doubt. You can also mention here in the chat if you are having doubts. Excellent. In that case. So now is it clear how you can display your messages?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just give me a moment. Ma'am, I'm in the middle of a session. We'll call you back in 1 hour. Okay. Okay. So we are clear with how to print your messages on the screen. So what we are going to learn next is, what if we wanted to print each one of them in separate line instead of continue? Yes.
So use println.
Yes, of course. So what we are going to do is, in that case, we are going to go with another version of print. Like I said, we have to learn 2 types of print statement. One is system.out.print. Another is, same thing is there, but just after T, you can see ln. ln stands for line. Okay. So rest other concepts will be same. However, after T, you will write ln. So what will that line do? After printing whatever you have mentioned inside the parenthesis of system.out.println, it will print it on the screen and then will change to next line, so that whatever you are printing next can start from the beginning of the next line. Let us observe through a code. Okay. or rather what I'll do is here only I'll write ln and ln. Okay, and we will compile again because we have made changes in our program, so that it gets reflected in the low level language version also, and then we'll execute it. Now you can see I'll explain two things here. I have used both the things here. If you can see in the program, two places I have used ln, and one place I have I have not used ln. So how the output will come? So system.out.println will print whatever is placed inside the parenthesis of it, whatever is enclosed within the double quotes as a message on the screen. Then it will change line. After that, its work is done. So it prints the message and then changes line. Its work is done. Then computer will go to the next line, which is a comment. It will ignore. Then it will go to the next line, and it will find again system.out.println. So wherever the last system.out this statement left, it will start printing from there. And where did it leave? It left after changing the line. So immediately from the beginning of the next line, this system.out.println will start printing. And after printing I am learning programming, it will again change line. And then then your Java software will start processing the next line, which again being a comment will be ignored. And after that, you will write system.out.print. That means these two lines, print statements change the line. So from the beginning of the third line, it will start printing. It will start writing on the screen. Printing is interesting, but this won't change its line. This print won't change its line. So whatever after execution you will see start appearing from the same line. So you can see this change line after hello world, first print brought the cursor to the beginning of the second line. Then I am printing was printed by the second print. Okay, that is this one. And it after printing, it again changed the line. So your program came here at the beginning of the third line, and then then the third print statement, which is not println, only print. It will print and stop. So it printed interesting and it stopped. Your program is over. That's why my command prompt, which generally starts on the next line, did not change line. It started immediately after it. Okay.
So will it be an error if we use println in the last line also?
No, I'll come to that. I'll just do it now. Let us change it to ln. So you can see, because the third line after printing, third print statement after printing did not change line. So my command prompt, okay, where I am using my operating system in CLI mode, that thing is started in the same line. Okay. However, if I compile it again after changing it to println, okay, let us do it, because we have made changes, so we have to recompile. Okay. Can you see the difference now? It also printed and changed the line, so that the program after exiting, my command prompt appeared on the next line. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
To all, each one of you?
Yes, sir, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Good. Now, so we are clear with both. Now let us see some more examples here. Well, you can have 30 seconds break. I'll have water and then we'll resume. Okay, fine. Now we are going to see few more things. Let us come to next code that I have already written. This was code 3, third program for the day. We'll see the fourth program. See, one thing is that if you tell me, ki, sir, which book should we refer and what book are you referring, uh, rather than flipping across the pages and then trying to figure out what they are writing, I'll explain all the topics. I won't suggest you any book. Okay, I prefer explaining the concept on the whiteboard and then the same thing, practical of that same thing through programs. And in the programs, those my comments you can take it as what you say is the concept part or the theory part of your textbook. So no need to follow textbooks. Just follow what I am saying and follow my example programs. You will be getting the concepts. Okay, fine. Coming to the fourth program. Now, there is one concept in Java where in the one single line, okay, in one single line, let me start here. Okay, you can merge two messages in single print, inside the parenthesis of single print. So, merging of two messages, two or more, not only two, you can have any number of messages. Okay, you can have two or more, merging of two or more messages. And what are messages? Alphanumeric sequences, alphabets and numbers like English sentences. So that is known as alphanumeric sequences, alphanumeric patterns. Alphanumeric patterns, alphanumeric content, and that too enclosed within double quotes, right? Enclosed
Yes, sir.
within double quotes. Okay. Alphanumeric include two or more messages. That is in alphanumeric sequences enclosed within double quotes by using plus operator or plus symbol that you use for in mathematics for adding. Okay, by using plus operator. What does that mean? Let us see. Example. If you write system dot out dot print ln, let's say I write ln, and you write, sorry, hello there, plus another message I will add, how are you?
So will it print hello there and in the next line how are you?
No. What I am saying is whatever is there between within the parenthesis, it will first print that and then it will change line. It won't change line in the middle. Okay. So it will first print whatever is inside the parenthesis of, what are parentheses? I have said these are the parentheses. So whatever is enclosed within these, it will print these first and then only it will change line. It won't change line in the middle until it has printed everything that is inside. Okay.
Okay, so it will be hello there and then there will be a space and then it will come how are you?
No, if you give a space, then a space will appear. If you do not, it won't. For example, and of course, you should terminate with semicolon. Now let us see. I'll show you a program. Don't worry. Okay. Not all. Okay. Let's not see this one right now. Okay. Let's see this. This is statement only. Hello world, how are you? And then I have added a third string dash dash, nothing. Okay. I'll comment this for now. I don't want that to execute. Okay, I have compiled that. Now you can see there is no space between hello and world, because it does not, Java on its own won't put any space. Why it is there is no space? You can see my message started immediately after double quotes and immediately ended before double quotes. Same is for the second message. What plus operator does is it simply binds them together and results in one single message. Okay, so
So then what's the use of using the plus?
what's the use of using merging two or more operators, two or more messages? We will see about it, don't worry, just learn for now. See, you can consider this as a battle, but before going to battle, see, no soldier will directly enter the war or the battlefield without the knowledge of how to fire the weapons, right? So we are learning how to fire weapons on the training ground. How you are going to use it and in what circumstance you are going to use it, when actually you will be doing programming, it will automatically come to you. Okay. So for now we are learning different types of weapons, how to fire them. Where you will be using it, that once you understand this, and depending on question and scenario, you will automatically understand, okay, I know that can be used here. So learn for now. We'll of course see where it can be used. Okay, so you can see the two messages separated by plus sign was simply merged together to form one single message. Rather, here are three. This is also put within double quotes, so it is treated as another message. Okay, so Java won't apply the brains what you are putting inside double quotes. It will simply treat it as an English sentence or a message. Okay, so all the three together were merged and one single message was displayed. So all the three were merged and one single message was displayed. If you want to give spaces between them, then you will have to add spaces between your messages. After world, one space. After question mark, one space. And then I'll save it and then recompile it. Now you can see spaces have come, right? Because spaces, computer did not understand spaces. It is printing this space simply as a message. Okay, as a part of the message it printed the space. Okay, so first time it printed this and then it merged with the second content which was up to this point, and together it resulted in the formation of a single string, a single rather message. Is it clear how plus sign merges the different messages together, just sticks them side by side in whatever fashion you write? Is this concept clear? Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So just stop me wherever you are not getting. No need to feel shy about it. Okay. So we have understood how messages can be put. Now, one thing I want you to understand here is that there is a difference in Java between these two. Println 2 and println 2. This, because this 2 is enclosed within double quotes, therefore because this 2 is enclosed within double quotes, therefore this in this case this 2 is taken as a message. Here 2 as a message will be printed.
Sir, add for next time.
It will be treated as just like in as a part of the name or address of someone. You have this 2. No? It will be treating it as an English sentence. It won't go inside and apply its brain. It is 2. Message will be printed. of course. And as we learned, messages can be alphanumeric. That is both combination of alphabets, numbers, or separately alphabets or numbers, and special symbols also. But here, in this case, it is treated as pure number. 2 here, though it will be printed and will appear as same only, the previous one. But what is the difference? Inside, computer will treat it as a number and not as a message. So, you will understand the difference better. Will be printed, but will be taken as or treated as number. Okay. The difference will be more evident when I give you the following example. System dot out dot println and okay. So in this case, because second case, it is not, 2 is not enclosed within double quotes, each of the 2's, therefore they will be treated as numbers, and the result that we will get on the screen will be 4. After solving it, it will show the result as 4. However, in this case, because both are enclosed within quotes, they will be treated as message, so they will 22. A new message 22 will appear. Will be displayed on the screen. You won't see the quotes, but computer will be treating it as message 22, and this will be treated as a number 4. Is it clear, this concept?
Yes, sir.
I'll show you in the program also.
So will you change it to print ln, because then it will all come in one line.
Yeah. I'll do that. That's sensible. Thank you. Now let us see. The first one also I'll change as ln, so that each of the outputs we see in the separate line. Okay. Now you can see, first one was pure message, 2 or more messages added together. So resulted in the formation of a single message, which was then printed, and line was changed because println was there. Second was 2 as a message we are adding to each other. So that will be resulting in merging together and sticking together, and then it is printed as a single message. So 2 message appears, and in the final case, it's taken as a number, so 2 plus 2 will result in the mathematical result, that is 4. Okay, and then that will be displayed on the screen, 4, and that is numeric 4, not as a message. Okay, though you won't come to know, but it is taken as number internally. Okay, and this 2 is taken as message internally. Fine.
So for the third statement, instead of plus, if we use multiplication, still we get a mathematical statement.
Which one? This one? Yeah. If you are using pure numbers, then system.out.println will do mathematics. For multiplication, we don't
Star.
use, no, don't say star,
Asterisk.
asterisk. Good. So now you can see 4, okay, because it was evident. Let's make it 8. You can see 16 came. Fine. So you got the concept. When pure numbers are used with mathematical symbols, the logic of mathematics will be applied. However, only plus, you cannot use multiplication with numbers, this messages. Only plus is allowed. Okay. I'll write as a comment.
So how did you get 8?
8 into, sorry,
How did you get 8? I'm asking.
what, this is performing mathematics. You are asking about this line number 10, right?
Yes, sir.
So this star is used for multiplication. Okay. In computers, star means product. Okay. So because see, both are without quotes, so both 2 and 8 will be taken as numbers and not messages. Had this been inside quotes, it would have taken it as a message, in which case it would have given error, because with messages only plus is allowed, multiplication is not allowed. So means product. So therefore 2 multiplied by 8 will give you 16, right? So
Yes, sir.
here you have got 16. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now means product, and we can write only plus symbol works with works in merging. Okay. We cannot use plus and other things. I'll write multiplication etc. not allowed. Okay. Clear? Now we have seen what will happen if plus is used with pure numbers and plus is used with one or more pure, 2 or more pure messages. Can we have a mixture of them? What will happen if I try to merge a number with a message?
Hello?
What should happen? Any guess?
Hello?
Yeah, you want?
So
Yes,
it will print 221 Baker Street.
B Baker Street, right? So even if you have a mixture of numbers and messages, that will result in the merging and not addition and whatever. Even if after that okay. First we'll see the output of this. This I have not taken randomly. It's the address of whom? Anyone idea? Have you heard of that 221B Baker Street? No. It's the address of the fictional character Sherlock Holmes. Okay. So you can see that 221B Baker Street has come, but line is not changed. Why line is not changed? Because you are using print and not println, right? So we
So there's no println.
you want to print, there is no println. So if you write println, then your command prompt will appear on the next line. Okay, what if, let's say I add println here, and what if I do something like this? After message I'll write 3 plus 2. What should happen? Let us see. Will it add?
It will come 226 B Baker Street.
It will come 227 or 226 B Baker Street. Let us see. Any other answer?
So 226.
226 B Baker Street. Let us see. Good. You are making attempts. What just happened? See the last line. No. That means if messages are involved in the middle, and even if then before it and after it plus are there, it won't result in together this being picked up first and this being picked up and this being picked up and then some will add. Some will be there. No, that doesn't happen. If messages come in between, even one, then pure concatenation will happen. Not concatenation, merging will happen. Okay. So they will stick together and form one message. So 221 B got stuck together, then B Baker Street was there, and then 3 and 2 they merged. Even after it they came together, but they merged because you mixed it with message. Is this behavior?
So it won't be 5 at the end.
No. You can see here now. Can you see 3 2 here? So that,
but it's not in double quotes, right?
yes, still that is why I am showing you this behavior separately. So that is what I am saying. If even though in this we are learning special case where mixture is there. What is the mixture? Both numbers and messages are separated by in the form of a sequence separated by plus sign. In that case, rule of mathematics will not apply. Okay, purely they will stick together and form one single message. That's a behavior. There is no logic behind it. The person who has made it in that way. Okay, if that one message that gets inside it, the moment it gets inside it, even one single message, mathematics, law of mathematics won't apply there. Only merging will take place. Is this behavior clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So nobody is having doubt. Just have a look for 10-15 seconds and then let me know. This case. Don't worry, we'll stop here.
No, sir, no doubt.
Okay, good.
So no doubt.
So no doubt.
No doubt.
Okay, fine. Excellent. So we'll wrap up for today. What you can do is you can go and print and try playing with this print statements. Okay, print and println. So we have covered this far. One final piece of information that I want to give here in this, that this merging term I am using, actually it is not the correct terminology in Java. Anyone, any idea what is it called? I took that name accidentally few minutes back. This merging feature, merging of two or more messages, or even messages and or the mixture of both, I have written on the top, is known as concatenation. Merger of two or more strings or string number combination. Okay, that is known as concatenation. However, in this code, these two lines are not concatenations. Okay, why?
Because they are not in quotes.
One of them either should be in quotes, and of course, after all, in concatenation only plus is allowed. So this cannot be anyways. So this is not concatenation. Why? Because in order to be concatenation, one of the things being added should be a message. Okay, so that's why it's not concatenation. So the merging thing that we were referring to, from now onwards we won't call it merging, we will call it concatenation. Okay, is this thing clear, whatever we studied so far? Okay,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
So I'll stop the recordings now. Just give me a minute.